Well, to the crisis along our border, a possible bipartisan deal crumbles after a late-night briefing for all 100 senators. Democratic opposition increased as Republicans fight against the president's proposed $3.7 billion spending plan. Doug Luzader's live for us in Washington, where we seem to be further and further from a compromise. Is that right, Doug?
Good morning. Well, it sure looks that way. We'll see what happens through the course of the remainder of the week here. There is kind of a timeline they're battling against here. The president would like almost $4 billion to deal with the border crisis, but there are costs that we are currently incurring, and many senators learned about those costs yesterday. Hundreds of dollars per child per day.
In the time I was there, senators were shocked at the figures of over $200 a day to provide for these young people that have illegally entered the United States. And it's a figure that I thought was shocking. In the whole room, you heard the murmuring. People were shocked at the costs associated with this.
He mentioned $200 a day. That apparently is a minimum. It may cost as much as $1,000 per child per day to deal with this crisis. Republicans are certainly upset about the costs. Democrats, meantime, a growing number of them are upset about the White House's efforts to change the law to allow for faster deportations. The president yesterday meeting with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus.
What we asked the president was this: to be as broad and as generous as Republicans have been small and mean-spirited. That's what we told the president.
And we talk about the issue with the timeline here. The problem is Congress is going to leave relatively soon for the summer recess. And the hope was that something would get done on this before then. But now, with the growing opposition on both sides, it seems less and less likely. Heather.
Doug Luzader live for us. Thank you, Doug.